Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for joining me today. I am Cupid and today's topic is, what do they want to say to you? What do they want to say to you? This is a pick a card reading, so there will be 3 groups. As always, after this intro, you will be able to pause the video and meditate on which group you belong to, and all timestamps will be in the description box below. Catch you at your reading. Hello, Group 1. Welcome to your reading. We are going to be tapping in and seeing what do they want to say to you. This could be anybody, any type of situation. It is meant to be open, and hopefully you used your intuition to guide you to this group. So, Group 1, what does your person want to say to you? I think I want to start with an oracle card. So we're going to do that. What do they want to say to you? I'm sorry if that was loud. I am using the Pear Tree Oracle deck. What do they want to say to you? Spirit, please. What does Group 1's person want to say? One card, please. What does Group 1's person want to say to them? I don't know. I don't know. We have the spear. The spear is an image of a shadowy landscape in the distance, right? It looks like a silhouette of a landscape. And the idea is that it is so far into the distance and it is so dark that there is no way really to know what it is. It could be a promising city. It could be a terrifying castle. You don't know. So I feel like somebody wants to tell you that they're unsure of something, or they're unsure in some way. At the bottom of the deck here, we have the oracle. The oracle is about knowing. And I feel like this person, they could be looking outside of themselves for answers there, right? Or they could be kind of asking for help, right? They could be asking you for help, or they could be seeking out help or wanting to seek out help. But I feel like this person, definitely part of what they want to tell you is that they don't know about something. Can we get some more cards, please? What does their person want to say to them, Spirit? What does their person want to say to them? The Hierophant. Interesting. 8 of Wands. Interesting. Somebody is nervous. I feel like with the Hierophant here, this person is definitely, they're attached to you. They feel dedicated. I'm getting a dedication to you in some way. I just heard all that I know. And with the 8 of Wands here at the bottom of the deck, this person, there's a vigilant energy where this person is wanting to do whatever they can, whatever it takes, right? But there is this acknowledgement here of them kind of like unsure of what the future looks like. Can I get another card, please, Spirit? What does Group 1's person want to say to them? What does Group 1's person want to say to them? 7 of Wands. This person is very protective of you and this connection. This could be, you could be in a relationship. This could be a romantic relationship. But this could also be maybe even a parent, right? Somebody who's kind of taking responsibility for the trajectory of your relationship or the trajectory of your lives, right? At the bottom here we have Judgment. So this person feels like they've made a choice. They've made a choice to go down this path with you. Right underneath that is the Chariot. So they feel like maybe there was another path they could have taken, or maybe at one point they felt like they were at a crossroads, but it's like they want to tell you that no matter what is coming, they've chosen you. They're stuck on you, right? This person, they feel very protective of you. I'm getting almost devil energy. So this person could be very, very attracted to you. There's a lot of passion, even some lusty energy where this person, they're kind of possessive. Like they feel like you are theirs, is what I'm getting. You are theirs, and they are willing to defend you, right? Not just your relationship, but you, whatever it is that you're fighting for, whatever it is that you are trying to prove. They feel like they are willing to like do life with you and be there and help you reach these goals. When I see this 8 of Wands, I see somebody who is not just hoping for the best, but actively trying to attract the best, right? As far as you guys, right? The best opportunities, the best situation. This person, it's like, it's kind of intentional, right? They want to make sure that you are always good, right? And I feel like this is them like just being very optimistic, right? They are willing to take on whatever comes at them, and they feel like more good is going to come at them than bad when it comes to you, right? So there's that motivation there. They feel like you are worth it, right? The decision that they're making to go down this path with you is worth it, even though it is unpredictable, it is unknown to them, it's out of their comfort zone. That's what they want to say. I want to get a message card, okay? I wasn't sure which cards to do, but I picked this one here. Okay, so just one message card. What does Group 1's person want to say to them? One card, please. Interesting. So for some of you, this has to do with finances. This has to do with money, because you got money at the bottom of the deck, but we have order here, and order is in reverse. So I feel like this has to do with structure, right? And it's almost like this person, maybe you feel like you don't have structure right now. Maybe there's some type of sense of instability. This person, they feel like it's almost like they're trying to tell you that they're going to fix it, but with money, right? Money is going to fix this issue, or maybe even resources, if we want to be a bit more vague. But some type of resource they feel is going to amend whatever this disorder is that you have going on, okay? it could maybe just feeling out of sorts, maybe mental, maybe your finances, you feel like your finances are struggling, and that's the order that is disrupted here. But yeah, this has to do with structure and this person wanting to provide some structure and stability for you. Oh my gosh. For some of you, this person may be telling somebody else that they could be telling this to somebody else as well. Like, this is something they want to say to you, but I'm also getting like a feeling of like somebody planning something in the background, okay? So just keep that in mind. All right, group 1, I'm going to end it there. If you enjoyed this reading and or it resonated, then go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment, and if you would like to be notified whenever I post new videos, then subscribe and ring that notification bell. Bye, group 1. Hi, group 2. Welcome to your reading. We are going to be getting into what your person wants to say to you. This could be anybody. It can be any kind of relationship. We will see what the deeds are when we get into the reading. So hopefully you guys used your intuition to decide which group you were in. Let's go ahead and get into the reading, group 2. I want to start with the Pear Tree Oracle deck. What does group 2's person want to say to them? One card, please. What does group 2's person want to say to them? What does group 2's person want to send? One card. You know what? Group 2, somebody wants to congratulate you. We have the card Hearth here, and the image is like almost like looking at a neighborhood, and you're looking at this street lit with lanterns, and there's laundry hanging, and light is coming through windows, and it just looks like a cozy community, right? But the lights, the lanterns, they definitely make me think of celebrating, like keeping lights on. Ooh, keeping lights on. So this is somebody who might be from a hometown, and in some ways they feel like they're kind of holding out for you, right? Like they're kind of waiting on you, even if they know like in real life, like that makes no sense. They're not really going to wait on you. A part of their heart is always open to you. Is kind of the vibe here. It's kind of like I'm seeing a kid looking out of their window up at the sky, at the stars, and they're like wondering where you are, wondering, how much longer before they'll see you, or how long will you stay away. And this person, they want to tell you that they're really proud of you, right? Like I said, they want to congratulate you. What's funny here is that at the bottom of the deck, the image is bravery, right? It's somebody. There's a house here, and somebody is outside of the house looking at the sky, and there's another person running out the door almost. And it's almost like they're trying to tell this person to get back in, or they're hesitant to go out to meet this other person. And so it's bravery, because the person who is outside at the sky playing with this firework, it seems, right? This person was brave, right? This person broke free of the status quo. This person, they stepped away from their comfort zone. So this person sees you as somebody who has kind of left them behind in a way, right? You've left them in your hometown or wherever this person is, and they're happy for you, or at least they feel there's definitely, like I said, a sense of pride in regards to you. I don't know if I would say they are happy for you, but this person sees what you're doing, and they, to them it's like you deserve it, but at the same time they feel left behind is what I'm getting. I want to get some more cards, okay? So what does group 2's person want to say to them? What does group 2's person want to say to them? Y'all, I'm fighting these yawns. One card, please. One card, please. What does group 2's person want to say to them? No, it's what they cannot say. That's what it's about. It's like, no, they don't want to tell you any of this, actually. Group 2. This is more like what they can't say, right? We have the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck, right? This person, the moon, this person, and it came out in reverse. They don't want you to know that they think about you at night, right? Remember I was saying this kid looking up at the night sky, at the stars in the sky, and this picture, this wolf is howling at the moon. So this person is like, they're up at night. They're up at night, and they're almost like wanting you, yearning for you, thinking of you, wishing or hoping that you would come back. It is, like I said before, there's this energy here of this person kind of like wondering how long you'll be gone. It was never really discussed, right? This was not anything ever really discussed, but it's like they kind of can't understand why you've been gone so long, or it's almost like they can't comprehend your absence. They understand on the surface, but inside, spiritually, their emotions, they feel it still feels confusing to them. But the craziest thing is, like, when I look at these images, it's almost like they're not, when they look up at the night sky or when they think about you at night, they're not just thinking about you, right? They're not just thinking about what you are doing. No, they're thinking about what they could have done. Because remember when I said group 2, this person in this image here with bravery, they're the ones afraid to leave this house. You're the one in the field playing with the fireworks, right? They're the ones who's telling you, no, get back in the house. But you don't want to get back in the house because you were ready. You were ready before they were. And it's almost like they're not necessarily just grieving you or your relationship. They're grieving the person that they could have been, the opportunity they could have had. And it's like it's more so the night sky or the distance they feel is more so representative of how different your lives are now, right? How different their life is from yours. And before it wasn't like that. Before you guys were equal in a lot of ways, but now it's almost like you're on another planet. You're doing a whole nother thing. It's almost like this person wishes they could tell you to come back. Like, come back and get them. Don't just come back and stay. Come back and get them. Take them with you to where you've been. Take them to what you were doing. Involve them. They want to jump into your life. You know what I mean? They want to jump from their life to your life, right? They want to be there with you doing whatever you're doing right now. So I don't know what you're doing, but you're celebrating, right? I do get this energy. Like I said, they want to say congratulations. They want to tell you how proud they are of you. So maybe you've recently hit some type of milestone. Maybe you've posted something on social media. Either way, with this Ace of Swords, and in this image, the sword is raised high. They do not want, this is a threat, okay? Like, when I tell you, they got themselves by the throat. They don't want to say anything. They honestly hate that they are so stuck on you. I want to get some more cards. What does group two's person want to say to them? One card, please. You got the 9 of Cups. I heard I'm good. It's kind of defensive, I'm not going to lie. This person, this person is so hidden, group 2, right? And I mean, not for real, you know, but they're defensive, right? They can't tell me what they want to say because they don't want to tell you anything. So they had to tell me what they can't say, right? Here, we got this 9 of Cups. They're saying, I'm good. Why do they need to tell you that they're good? You know what I mean? Why do they need to tell you they're good? It's because if they were to tell you anything, they would try to compete with you. If they were to ever talk to you or see you and interact with you, they would be on the defense. At the bottom of the deck here, we have the 4 of Pentacles. So this person, they are working on themselves, right? And specifically their money, right? That's coming through. This person's money is not the best. Their money is tight, okay? But I also heard my lips are sealed. So this person is really... there is a discipline behind the scenes in regards to this, to their resources. So they're trying to build themselves up, but they just might not be as #blessed as they might try and portray to you. But you know, that doesn't even matter, right? Because it's not a competition. But they will feel like it is. They will feel like they gotta, you know, be like, I'm good. Like, no, you ain't gotta pay for me. I'm, you know, I don't even want to go, right? Like, I got stuff going on that day, so, you know, don't even worry about inviting me, you know. But really, and it's a smart decision, but really their money's tight, and they don't want you to, it's like they see you doing really good, right? They see you doing good, so they feel like if they were to talk to you, the most they gonna tell you is that they good. They not finna tell you nothing else because you don't need to know. And maybe you don't. I mean, hey, it's their business. But with the 4 of Pentacles here, it's like their lips are sealed. They're keeping their shit on the hush hush because they, at the end of the day, like, I don't see, because first of all, they are blocking me out. Like, this is a block, okay? But I'm getting that it's not that things look bad. It's not even about that. It's more so that they are still building themselves up to where they want to be. And their ego is still bruised or sensitive. They still see you as like an op, right? Like, they have to hold their own against you. They have to compete with you. So that's why there's this block here. But I'm going to get one more card, and then I'm going to leave your person alone. What does Group 2's person want to say to them, Spirit? What does Group 2's person want to say to them? I hope my music wasn't too loud. It's just my sound bowls. What does Group 2's person want to say to them? Interesting. This person, there's something about you. There's something about you and your protection, your safety, right? Your glow up even, that has them taking you very seriously now. There's something in the past maybe they didn't believe you about something, or maybe they just weren't taking you serious in general. But you have that at the bottom of the deck, serious. So they want you to know, like, they get it. There's something that they get it, right? Like, before it wasn't clocking to them, but it's clocking now, right? They believe you now. And like I said, you got protection here. And so, like I said, they're seeing you win in some way. They're seeing you be celebrated in some way. They're seeing you, you know, doing something, you know, that makes them want to feel proud of you. But that also makes them feel, it's like they're kind of reflecting, right, on your safety, right? That you're protected. And not like just physical safety and protection, but just your progression, the way you've been able to progress. They feel like maybe you've dodged some bullets, or you've just been generally protected and elevated in some way. But it's like I said, they want you to know, if anything, they wanted you to know that they believe you, right? You kind of spooked them a bit. This is somebody you have spooked, okay? But they want you to know that they believe you. They believe you now. They see. They understand now, and they want you to know that you have earned their respect. They are proud of you, right? But at the same time, you and their ego do not mix. It's like oil and water, so they have to stay away. All right, so that's all I have for you today, group 2. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. If it did and or it resonated, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment, and if you would like to be notified whenever I post new videos, then subscribe and ring that notification bell. Bye, group 2. Group 3, welcome to your reading. We are about to get into what your person wants to say to you. Now, this could be anybody, all right? It can be any type of relationship. The nature of your connection may or may not come through the cards. So, anyway, let's just get right into your reading, group 3. We're going to start with the Pear Tree Oracle. What do they want to say to group 3? What does group 3's person want to say to them? What does group 3's person want to say to them? Interesting. So right off the bat, group 3, somebody wants you to know that something has changed. So they could be trying to say that you have changed. They could be trying to say they have changed. But with this first card here, transmutation, I feel like they're acknowledging the transformation of a situation, right? So they're trying to say that I feel like they're trying to say that something that was negative or difficult or challenging has been made into something ultimately beneficial, right? And this could be either by your doing or theirs. I do feel like I'm going to have to get more cards earlier than I thought. But at the bottom of the deck here, we have shape-shifting. And so this is coming off very much observational. I feel like this person, for many of you, they could be saying that you're the one who's changed, because it almost feels like they're watching you shape shift. Okay, so for many of you, they feel like you've taken some past difficulty or trauma or whatever, right? Some past challenge, you've transmuted it to benefit you in some way, and now you have evolved in a sense to a new person. They feel like you're acting different, you're talking different, you're looking different, they're watching you do it, shape shifting. They've witnessed the change. They didn't just go away and come back and you were different. They've witnessed you change from this past situation. So I want to get some more cards, okay? What does group three's person want to say to them? One card, please. What does their person want to say to them? One card, please. Okay. This card is the World. Interesting, the World. The World. And in the bottom we have Page of Swords. Another observational card. This person feels like they're on the sidelines, right? This person feels like they're kind of just like watching you happen. I heard take over the world. So some of you, they feel like you could be taking over the world in some way, or taking over something, taking over their world. For some of you, you're taking over their feed. They can't escape you in the algorithm. But this person, they kind of like put themselves on the sideline here. They see themselves as less than. I can't help but feel that energy here with this Page of Swords. It's very much self-loathing. I don't see anybody else putting them in this Page of Swords position except themselves. And this person, they keep an eye on you. With the World card, yes, this big old eye, right? This person, they could be stalking you, right? And so maybe, right? Like, I feel like they are stalking you. They are like your number one fan. And that's why, like, you have kind of taken over their world in a lot of ways, right? Or you have become their main, your world has become their main focus, okay? Because that's all they want to look at. That's all they want to check out. So, and depending on what platform or how they're looking at you, for example, if they're watching you on like a Twitter or an Instagram, you come up on their Discover or their For You page, right? You coming up in the recommendeds, right? They're starting to spook themselves because they'll be scrolling and then your stuff just start playing. And it scares them because they know why it would play. And it's because they watch you, right? It's kind of like the mirror slapping them in the face with their face, right? Like, they're watching you. So, of course, the algorithm is going to recommend your videos, okay? But yeah, they feel like they have watched you change from this past situation, and they could be specifically thinking about your situation with them. And so that for many of you, they know that this situation was difficult. They know that it was challenging. They know that maybe you bit off more than you could chew with them, and you were stressed, or you were peeved, or you were irritated, or you just had to go, right? Whatever it was, they feel like you were the one who was challenged by them in the situation, and not in a good way. And they feel like once you left, you were able to take all that negativity from the relationship and make it into something that worked for you instead of something that took from you. And I feel like on the other hand, there's somebody who will let something like that take from them, and they have been letting things take from them, which is probably why they are the way they are, right? They're almost amazed that you kind of crawled out of the grave, because they're still in the grave, right? They never got out. They just accepted their fate. This is the type of person, they accept their fate often, and I feel like there's something about how you don't, it triggers them. And they could be triggered now, like as they watch your stuff, they get kind of irritable when they see that you aren't wallowing in pity and doubt like they are, okay? But let me get another card. What does Group 2's person want to say to them? What does Group 2's person want to say to them? Yeah, they are so focused on how you've changed. We got the death card, and this is my special death card. This is the one that's double sided, okay? So they feel like they may have seen you change a couple times, right? If they're watching your socials, let me tell you, if it's been long enough, if it's been more than a couple years, maybe even a year, right? If it's been a year or more, they may have seen you change up twice, three times, right? They may have seen you literally go through stages in order to get to the version of you that you are now. And this threatens them, right? Right at the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands. This person is high key just hating on you. Hold on. All right, so this person is literally high key a hater, right? With the Five of Wands, they really want to fight you, right? It's almost like they want to fight you for first place, or they want to argue about it, right? They want to talk. They want to go back and forth with you. They want your energy, right? They want your attention. They want you to defend yourself against them, right? And so this could be them wanting you to explain yourself somehow, but this person is basically too much of a coward. Like, they're not going to come in your DMs and be like, why you post those pictures of, why you acting like you don't remember me, or whatever it is that they're pressed about. They're not going to come, they're not going to come to you about it. They're just going to be salty in, they're just going to be salty in the comment section, right? They're not really going to approach you, but they want to, right? The fact that you've changed, it makes them feel so defensive, right? It's almost like, maybe they were competing with you before, but because you've changed, it makes them feel like they have to prove that they've changed. They feel like they have to prove that their life is doing well. This is really similar, I think, to group 2. So if you felt called to watch pile 2, I would go watch that one. But yeah, I feel like this person, because this is like, what do they want to say to you? Yeah, they just want to say that you've changed. It's kind of like they're just kind of stuck on it. They're stuck on how you've changed, and they kind of want to tell you that you're wrong for changing, but they really don't have an argument, which is why they're so quiet, right? Because they know they don't have an argument that makes sense. Spirit, please, can I get one more card? What does group 3's person want to say to them? What do they want to say to group 3? One card, please. What does this person want to say to group 3? What does this person want to say to group 3? What does this person want to say to group 3? One card, please. One card, please. What does this person want to say to group 3? This person wants to tell you that they actually don't like that you are getting this attention, right? I think this person, they're really quiet because, and the reason why it was honestly kind of hard to pull, because they don't have nothing to say. They just don't like that you've changed. You've changed, period. They don't like it. They feel offended by it. They almost feel like you weren't supposed to. And they feel, like I said, with you doing what you're doing and them being so caught up in your world, it's almost like they feel like they have to call you out. But it doesn't make sense, because why would you owe them no change? It doesn't make sense. I feel like this person's caught up in their ego because at one point they saw you guys as equal, and now they can't say that. So yeah, I don't know, group 3. Let me know how this reading resonated with you. If you enjoyed it and it did resonate, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment, and if you would like to be notified when I upload new videos, then subscribe and ring that notification bell. Bye, group 3.